open your hearts, open your spirits to what you're going to hear today. Grab on to at least one idea, because if we don't start spreading the ideas, who's going to?
I made my talk based on John's message was be love, right? And so to come up here in any situation, be yourself, be that love, and come up here and share that. I started to think, all these are great ideas. Everyone up here today had a great idea, and what you want to do with that, if you don't take that idea and use it to do something with it, it doesn't matter, right? So your call to action at the end, call someone, text someone, that was so meaningful to me. Because I did, I went back and I texted my daughter right away. Thanks to you. So I want to share something with you that the biggest thing that you can do with all these great ideas, Ellie's idea, Ellie's whole talk was about getting triggered into this red flag area, this red zone, and you have the ability to experience that and then do something with that experience that helps you. And it's only going to matter if it helps produce the results. So I want to show you this little model here. We'll start here. This is a simple little model. This is a sad guy or woman. We have a gap here, and the gap is between them being happy, okay, or you. So there's a gap. So everyone understand this, there's a gap between where you're at now and this other side is where you want to be. And this gap is going to be closed with these ideas, and it's going to be closed with actions. It's going to be closed with structure, like you said, that framework. And so what this really is, it's a gap of results. No one cares about theory. No one cares about intellectualizing stuff. No one cares about taking stuff and making it academic, and you sit home and you have this academic structure if you don't use it. So one of the things I've conditioned myself over the years was to take things like you shared today and immediately act on it. So I encourage everybody here, if you have a gap in your life between where you're at now and where you want to be, to think about that result, the difference in the results you have now and the results you want, then think of how to act on it. So we're going to go with a couple other models here. So we're going to focus on this results. Rimontes. All right, Rimontes got up here and he talked a lot about opportunities. And so we have at the top of this whole model, and it's a big funnel. At the bottom of it, we have results. We're trying to hit some sort of a target. So at the top of this, we have unlimited opportunities. And I've taught this, and I shared this with people over the years, and people come up with, well, that's not really true. You don't really have unlimited opportunities. And I want to do an exercise with you right now. I want you to, who here wants to do this exercise? We have a volunteer? Volunteer, Annie, volunteer. Stand up, stand up. We're going to prove this that you have unlimited opportunities. I want you to think of a number between 1 and infinity. You have it? So how many opportunities are there to think of a number between 1 and infinity? Infinite, right? So the first layer of this is you have infinite things you can focus on every single moment. What John alluded to was the stories. You have infinite stories you can tell about the thing you're focused on. And right away, this comes from my days when I was a daily stock trader, and I would look at a screen and I would see all these different things on the screen, see all these different indicators, all the different stocks. And I was thinking, man, there's literally like infinite things to look at every single minute. And I was thinking to myself, there has to be a simple way to condense this, to distill it. When I realized this model, this came to me when I was in Fiji. This whole thing came in a vision. Tony Robbins was talking about Edward Deming, when they actually dropped a real ball bearing into a funnel. It came down and hit a target. And this popped into my head. It's like, holy cow. This is a model of creating results. And it's not about the ball bearing. It's about how you filter all these unlimited opportunities. And the first filter is focus and belief. So all these things that everyone's sharing, these great examples, the great ideas we're sharing, the unlimited opportunities, the land of opportunity. We all have unlimited opportunities. And one of the most important ones I could share with you, if there's nothing you take away from me being up on stage, take away this. You all have an unlimited opportunity to selflessly help other people every single day. Like Mike, he's doing that by putting this event on. The other speakers are coming here to selflessly help everybody in this room because it's inside of them. And every one of you in this room right now has that same ability. Drives me crazy. We have these WhatsApp groups, or Tony Robbins Platinum Partnership World. They're like, oh, we got 2,000 people. Everyone get on there every single day and help people. You literally can go on there and help thousands of people every day. And there's maybe a handful, 10 or 20 at the most, that actually do it. And I keep saying, just go help people. Just go help people. So everyone in here, just take that away. You can focus on this right here. Focus on helping people. And that leads to the second step of this, and it's how you evaluate. You might be able to focus on helping people, and you might be able to believe that you want to help people, and then you still have to make all these decisions. You still figure out how to evaluate choice A versus choice B, and that comes from values. And if you have a value of love, you have a value of contribution, a value of caring, then that's easy. You say, okay, there's people I can help. So Mike, I don't know where Mike went over there. What Mike has done by putting this on is he said, okay, I can help people. I believe I want to help people. I can focus on helping people. Okay, I can do that in a way that helps a lot of people at one time. That's what Mike shared in his intro about the ascent model, which is one of the foundational beliefs and ways I value things, the way I evaluate everything I do, is if I can help somebody that helps other people, then that magnifies, multiplies, amplifies, not just in the current time. Imagine your children, your grandchildren. I have 2 grandkids now. And I've had people that reached out and pulled me up all the way back 30 years ago that I helped my own kids. And now I can watch it unfold. My grandkids are 15, 16 months old now. I could watch my daughter, how she's raising her own kids in a way that's passing that forward generationally. Legacy changes, legacy transformation. So when you start here, what you focus on, what you believe, and then you value things based on, okay, my top value is faith. My top value is faith, because I know when I get up here, just like you are, it's going to flow through you, right? And I know that for sure, 100%, things are guided, and at least in my life. I believe everybody's. So that's how I value things. I value on faith. I feel guided all the time. I say this to myself all the time. I say, I'm guided, I'm gifted, I'm grateful. I know with absolute certainty, everything serves me and the greater good. Once you believe something and once you focus on it and you evaluate it, then you have to make a decision. Nothing comes in life until you make a decision. And what we've been given this gift as humans, that we have the ability to visualize things in our mind's eye. We could see a future that doesn't exist right now. We have this ability to see that future and then take action to make that future reality. And the only way that reality comes in even close to being real is to make a decision, and the decisions are followed by having to act on it. And that all comes out here and produces a result. And then this result is going for a target. And the target might be, I'm going to do an example in a second, on financial freedom. Because I realized when Mike introduced me, I was thinking about this more soft skill type of stuff. And I think I have the ability to share some financial freedom strategies that fits this model. When I started, I had no idea how to do anything in the financial world. And I had beliefs that didn't serve me. I had a belief that if I had too much money, that's a bad thing. I had a belief that back when I was raised, hearing things like money is the root of all evil. This stuff gets put into people, in you, from when the time you're little kids. And I had to really think about what all my beliefs were. And I realized, okay, I can take my beliefs about money and shift them a little bit. Money is energy. Money is a tool that I can use to make the future real, what I see in my mind's eye. And I can't have too much because I can't have too much impact I want to make in the world. And the freedom of it is so powerful. Nice to have money, but the freedom it gives you. When I walked in, I saw Ellie, and she said, well, I can't make the thing the next couple of days. And I said, let's negotiate. How about if I buy your ticket? And I was like, I'm going to negotiate against myself. Then she says, well, why don't you just buy me a ticket to Paris and back? I was, all right. I'm a full day at the massage place. All right. And that's the kind of things when you have financial freedom, that you have this ability, that you have so many more options. And it starts with this up here. It starts with what you focus on and what you believe about, how you evaluate it, and decisions and actions. This is not just the result. You can say you want to make $1 million, and that's the surface level. And the second question is, how does that meet your emotional needs? Tony Robbins teaches there's 6 human needs: certainty, variety, significance, love and connection, contribution, growth. And if you feel other people are judging you because you have money, you're going to sabotage yourself. You're going to feel you have the money, but you don't feel connected. Until you take control of this and you absolutely shift everything in your thinking to start with that unlimited opportunities. This opportunity is the land of opportunity. It's a land of opportunity to help whoever you can serve, however you can do it. And if you do it in a way that's smart and you systematize it, then the money can come in and you have more money to help more people. Does that make sense? You can impact more people. So that's what I started 1998, do the math, 27 years ago, helping people with this because I went through it. Mike mentioned I started off 100 grand in debt and 2 little girls. And I was, man, I'm not serving my children at the highest level I can serve them. And I had to take this pain I had of being what my aspiration was to be a great dad, but I looked and I was being a terrible dad. And at the same time, my wife at the time comes to me and says, hey, I just saw this show on 2020 about how China has a one child policy. She said, we should adopt a girl from China. I said, you're crazy. That's how we can't pay for our own kids. How we get paid to adopt a kid? And it's $15,000. I had negative $100,000. But that stuck with me, that haunted me. It comes up to this whole framework that resolves down to identity. What your identity is. I shared this with Jessica earlier. I said, Jessica, on stage, you don't have to think about what you're going to do or what you're going to say. Decide who you're going to be and you'll know what to do. It's from Tony Robbins. So I encourage you to think about this. Think about this whole framework. There's only 3 pieces to it. You can feel free to take pictures of stuff if you want. I call it success triad. And a lot of what we've covered so far covers all this. We have the psychology, mindset. You have strategies. You must have strategy. If you can want to be wealthy, want to have financial freedom, want to invest money in the markets. If you don't have strategies that work, it doesn't matter. Same with any type of business. So you got to get this first, get the psychology, get the strategies. Now you really want to scale it. You get systems in place. And one of the most important things, anyone here who's been to Tony Robbins events knows that Tony teaches this whole concept of modeling. You can accelerate your progress if you find somebody that's already done it. So you can model someone's psychology, you can model their strategies, you can model their systems for sure. It's easy to do that. But there's one thing you can't model. You can't model someone's conditioning. You have to do that yourself. And so going back to what Ellie was talking about, that red flag, that getting triggered, the secret to all this, why I said discipline is freedom in my initial title for this talk, is you can rewire your conditioning. So when something happens to you, it doesn't have to be automatically sad. It doesn't have to be automatically a bad thing. I was in a car accident. Ellie mentioned getting hit by a car accident. This car accident broke my leg in 2. And I'm sitting there in the car thinking to myself, where's the gift? Where's the gift? Because I conditioned myself to think that way. So I was in a state of what I call proactive appreciation. And when you look at this whole thing, you can practice this, you can learn this, you can implement all these things down here. And the secret of all this is what we're doing right here now. You can get the conditioning from one place, your peer group. It's the people you spend your time with. And that's the way you can automatically raise your standards, the way you can automatically show up in a place where everyone show up looking what they can contribute, not what they're going to get. So I encourage you to do this one thing. Think about this. Think about the people in your life, the people that are around you. There's 2 types of people, Jared. I call them cops and robbers. Sometimes people steal your energy, and sometimes people hold you to a higher standard. So I want you to think about this in the next 24 seconds. And after you leave here, who in your life is helping pull you up? And that just being around them raises your standard. And who in your life doesn't do that so much? And I'm going to encourage you, when you go out of here, and right now you think about this, think about the people that you can have around you, that you can be there to contribute and not get dead with people and help people like John helped me today. Annie, you've helped me. Mike's helped me. Ellie's helped me. Jessica, if you helped me, just put yourself in a group that the people there to help each other. That's it. Thank you.